Le Twins have appeared in various commercials for all kinds of products, from fashion to fragrances, headphones, beverages, alcohol, and even autonomous trucks. What makes their work translate really well across the board isn't about what they are advertising as such, but how they move, and the energy that comes across is really creating a powerful image for the brand that they are representing. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at 3 completely different commercials that Le Twins have starred in and have a look at exactly how their movement translates and sends different messages in different contexts, but how at the same time they're always true to themselves. First, this video is part of a project called the Le Twins Inspired Podcast. In this podcast, we explore the impact of Le Twins in our personal lives and culture at large. To support this project, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And now, back to the video. The first one is their Diesel Only the Brave campaign. So before we go into the campaign as such, I would like to talk briefly about Diesel as a brand and what has actually made them want to choose the Twins as the faces of their campaign. So Diesel is an Italian brand founded in the late 70s, and it's primarily a denim company. Throughout their history, they always had this approach in their commercials and campaigns that was not so much product focused, but it was very much wanting to convey a message that was irreverent, pushing back at societal conventions, pushing back towards the status quo, sometimes like even bizarre ways of communicating, like their famous Be Stupid campaign. Specifically regarding Only the Brave, in this one, they are really exploring the themes of the street culture and people who start everything from scratch. The street as a cultural mindset, as a creative, dynamic space, and really open and free to any perspective. So obviously, Le Twins have been part of this project as street culture icons, and their raw talent, their self-creation, their unstoppable energy. Here we are really moving away from traditional modeling and celebrity imagery. So it's about being unconventional, it's about being truly yourself and owning it, and it's about authentic creativity. This campaign has got several different parts to it. There is a commercial that includes Le Twins with other artists and movers and athletes. And then there is other bits that have been released, especially for social media, where Le Twins are interviewing the woman who actually made the perfume, and also another one on social media where there is a voice overlay from Le Twins talking about their experience and the message behind their dance, behind this fragrance. Finally, there is one that is just them. So it's this bare, black and white urban environment with Le Twins expressing themselves. Everything is essential, everything is minimal, there's no added ons, there's nothing that is too much in it, nothing needs to be exaggerated. What I love about this is, and you can feel it like even without the music, but just if you absorb the movement and what they are representing and the honesty that they are expressing, is just, I think this is one of the most powerful campaigns that I did. How the street becomes like a cultural mindset. It's creative, it's dynamic, and it's open to any perspective. You can be whoever you want as long as you are authentic to yourself. And to accompany the launch of this fragrance, Le Twins did a masterclass. And it was also during the launch of this fragrance that they did some really iconic freestyles, like this one from Laurent. I think they just literally embody this message so well. And I just love how the Twins always manage to remain themselves. They never change to fit a product. And it's always the other way around. The next campaign is the one for Bacardi. So as you know, Bacardi is a spirits brand originated in Cuba, and we can see how their messaging in all their commercial is about celebrating life, music and movement, party, social connection, creativity. The twins have been involved in it by creating a campaign for social media only called Do What Moves You. And what is really cool is that this was actually an Instagram campaign where they had fans actually actively participating. The fans would vote on which setting of New York City the twins were to dance. They asked fans what moves they wanted to see. There were polls and voting for lighting, camera angles, and colors. That's why at the end of the commercial it says that it was directed by you, because the fans literally co-directed the videos. So it was like this collective project, and it was a really beautiful idea. So while the Diesel one from before was all about raw self-expression, do-it-yourself kind of attitude, and just it with a very empowering messaging, the Bacardi one has got a very different theme. It's more about having fun, it's about celebration and just enjoying life. And this is the two of them in different parts of New York City, eventually meeting up together. The core message is your own personal, unique expression through movement. It's authenticity, freedom, joy. So all in all, it was a very creative and original way to do a commercial for Bacardi. And now a completely different commercial. The tones here are much more sober, and this is called Einride, and it is a Swedish company that does autonomous trucks and global freight transportation through electric vehicles, specifically trucks. The campaign is called Intelligent Movement. So here, the twins are not called for their raw and instinctual energy, but they're called for their flow, for their rhythm that is absolutely efficient, fluid, and precise. And so the twins here illustrate a concept. Precision in dance equals the mechanical precision of these trucks. This campaign has got alternating footage between the twins dancing and the trucks driving. You can see the vehicles in motion. It's been a very clever move to tie the mechanical excellence with the twins and their movement, so that I can literally convey a more visceral experience of something that otherwise it would be hard for people to have an emotional connection with, like autonomous trucks and global freight. There's a correlation between this company creating technological disruption and the twins and what they have created through movement, like this movement disruption, this way of showing people to move differently and more authentically. I think it was such a brilliant idea to associate, this technical excellence, the mechanical precision, the fluidity in movement of the human body to the fluidity in movement of the trucks. Thank you so much for listening to this video. To support the podcast, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you all next time.
There's many things to think about right now. Lead Twins with the new perfume right now coming out here. Stay tuned with Diesel Frankincense and us and my mother. And I'm just kidding. No, just come on.